It's a dark, gloomy day today, but it's Vlogmas day number 5. Let's go. Okay. So right now I'm heading out to my parents because there's a package waiting for me. So we're gonna go get that, but in the meantime I thought you might like this again.
My sweetest friend. I'd like to see you. I'm so ice cold. Over and over. These are the contours of my head. I'm blessed repeat. Will someone please call a surgeon? No oxygen. That boy's not right. Just farewell. Hands to sever the complex. Santa make you work. Nothing's what we shall do. Every time you make eyes at me, there on anyone's shoulder. Tip of my tongue. False hope. Go on someday. Let that be you. This is the end.
All right, I'm at the parents' house. It's Christopher. Hey, why are you barking at me? Don't you know who I am? I don't know. Wait, what's the dog's name? Lambo? Lambert. I came to get a package from my parents' house. All right. Oh, that's a heavy one. Yeah. There must be a lot in there. Vegan Cuts box. So we're gonna have to open this. Actually, if you're watching this, I already opened it today, live. So the house looks a little different than it did in that video. This is where we were, and that's where I was sitting in the last video, opening presents.
Mom, take his hat. See. Can Chris have this?
Of course I can have it. Of course I can have it.
No.
Okay.
No, there's other ones for Chris right now.
Right there, there's nothing. We have a rug here. There's no couch here, and Kelly's dancing in the corner right over here, like this, and then she turns into a Christmas tree.
Really?
How'd you do that? Where'd you get that?
I think it was a gift from a good friend of ours.
Do we have any Christmas stories to tell real quick? Like a quick Christmas story to share with the audience?
I can't think of any right now.
I can't either.
I'll come up with one.
So will I.
Well, there's always the blanket.
The blanket?
The blanket.
The blanket?
The blanket.
What blanket? Oh, the blanket. The blanket story.
The blanket.
It took a couple times for me to remember the blanket story. Whose blanket was it? Pat's?
Yep.
It was Pat's blanket, and we went to church.
We went to church on a cold and windy
Christmas Eve.
Sunday morning.
No, it was Christmas Eve, I thought.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Christmas Day? No, wait.
No, hang on. Let me tell the story of Patrick's blanket.
Can we turn the radio down? Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, we go to church. This was about 3-4 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
It was snowing and blowing and cold, and we had the 4 kids we put in the van, and Chris was probably 6, 7.
Well, then we didn't have 4 kids.
All right, we had 3 kids. I keep losing a kid someplace. I don't know where we went. And we went to church one Sunday, and out in front of church, they had a manger scene.
Manger.
That too.
A manger scene. The Christmas nativity.
And there was Joseph and Mary standing, looking down at the little baby. And all around there was statues of animals.
Lambs.
And all that. And it was so cold that Patrick, who was shivering before we went in church, went over and looked at the baby.
Don't our kids wear coats?
And said, the baby looks really cold. We got to get the baby a blanket. So that afternoon, after we got home, we found a blanket from one of the little ones. And Pat and I hopped in the van and drove right back up to church, and there was nobody around. But the manger was there, and the baby was there, and Joseph and Mary, and the animals were there. So we got out of the van, and Patrick got the blanket and went over, put the blanket on the little baby, and we stood and we looked. And all the eyes seemed to be upon us. Joseph's eyes and Mary's eyes, and the eyes of all those animals were all looking at me and Patrick.
You didn't notice that before?
And we said, okay, Pat, let's get back in the van, go home and get warm because it's freezing out here. So we did.
I'm going to have to move my arm.
We did. We went home, and I kind of thought to myself, next Sunday we'll go up there and the blanket will be gone. Either the wind will blow it away or somebody will come by and take it off because it's not part of the manger scene. Well, next Sunday came, and guess what? The blanket was right where Patrick put it. So we went to church, and there was more snow and everything, and then finally Christmas Eve came, and we went to church, and we had to stop, look at the baby, make sure the blanket was still there, and I'm surprised because it was very windy and it didn't blow away. So as time had it, Christmas came and went. The manger stayed up for about two weeks after, probably just after New Year's Day. Somebody came out and took it apart, and it was gone. The baby was gone. Mary and Joseph were gone, and the blanket was gone. But Pat was really proud that he had given the baby Jesus a blanket. And that's my Christmas story.
Well, that was a good story. That was a true story of my brother Pat. Now we got to go interview Pat.
Now I got to tell you what happened.
Oh, what happened?
When Patrick was 19, he was going to college up at OCC, which is on a high hill. It has a lot of snow, a lot of wind, and a lot of drifting. And the report came in that a car had rolled over in a field because a whiteout condition prevented him from seeing where he was going, and he went off the road. And we went down to the hospital to see him, and the EMTs who brought him there in an ambulance, he wasn't really hurt very bad.
This is just a complete stranger?
What?
That rolled over in the car?
No, it was Patrick.
Oh, Pat.
Patrick was going to OCC. And the EMTs said he would have gotten frostbite and probably hypothermia if he didn't have those blankets in the car. The EMTs said there were blankets in the car. We looked in the car, there was no blankets.
There's no blankets in the car.
He took care of baby Jesus.
Yeah. Wait, what's it called?
Shibboleth.
A shibboleth.
Shibboleth. A shibboleth is, look it up in the dictionary.
But I'm looking it up in the Dad dictionary.
It's a story with, there's some true stuff in it and there's some fictitious stuff in it. So it's up to you to figure out what's what.
Get your own meaning out of it, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of another story. This is when we were little. You know, I can flash that on my computer because I have it on my computer too. But this is the original.
Yeah.
So that's me and my brother Pat, and this is our Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Look how bare that was. I think that's the barest Christmas tree we had. What was the story behind that? You guys, didn't really have a lot of money and grabbed it at the last minute?
It was $2. How much you pay for a tree nowadays?
Yeah, like 50, 60, 80,
Yeah.
$90.
And here's the vegan zombie
Who's that?
opening presents.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, look at that. I had a 6-pack back when I was 4.
A 6-pack.
Yeah, I'm pretty ripped.
I know exactly what goes on. I spilled the cup. This all was only was for me. Pour down on you, digital apple juice. Let's go. I'm outside of your window. Pictures of you.
So as you can see, most of the snow melted already. I was gonna go visit my mom over at my brother's house and see my niece, but I guess they're sick, and so I don't really have much else to do in this vlog. So I guess I'm just gonna stand by this Christmas tree and wrap the video up. But we have one more day left for my Vegan Zombie merchandise, the brand new shirt. If you want to get that before Christmas, we're only doing those in pre-order, so I'll have to put another pre-order up after. So if you guys really want one, go check that out and subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.